Here's the next one. I'm brand new to real estate investment. What's the most important thing I should do first? Simple. Get your head on straight. Mindset is the absolute most important thing in becoming a real estate investor. Thomas Edison said it best. Inventing, when a reporter asked him one time, what was his secret to inventing? And he said it's 99% inspiration and 1% perspiration. Well, what was he telling us there? It's mindset. Okay? A lot of beginning real estate investors we see, they're scared. They have a fear. It's the fear of large numbers. And what you have to do is develop the mindset that it's the same as dealing with 100,000 or 10 million is just a one with zeros. Fundamentally, it's all mathematics. Fundamentally, real estate, you know everything you need to know in order to be an accomplished real estate investor, and you learned it in school. Even if you didn't graduate from school, and if you at least went through the 3rd grade, you have the fundamental skills to be an accomplished real estate investor. Now that's a pretty bold statement, and why do I say that? Well, all you need to be able to do is the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. As long as you can read a contract or you can read a listing, if you can read, okay, you can do real estate. If you can write, well, you can write contract clauses, and most all of the contracts are already in place in almost in every state in the union. And then arithmetic. Real estate is math. Fundamentally, at the heart of it, real estate is math. Your deal works mathematically or it doesn't. Now, you have to make sure that you're relying on good numbers. This is where a lot of real estate investors and beginning real estate investors have issues. And as long as you know how to put the numbers together, then you have the fundamental skill necessary to be an accomplished real estate investor. Period. End of story. Don't let the real estate attorneys and the realtors and a lot of the other professionals involved in real estate mystify this for you, or the gurus mystify it for you. They all call it different things. Reverse real estate transaction, or reverse land trust, and then stealth short sale agreement. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of crazy names out there, but fundamentally it all boils down to the exact same thing: reading, writing, and arithmetic. And arithmetic is probably the most important. If you've got a calculator, you can be an accomplished real estate investor. And then you have to have the courage and the ability to put stuff out there. And there are ways to structure your agreements so that you're protected, so that you can make an offer. You don't even have to write a contract. You can do a letter of intent. Talk with the person on the phone. See if the underlying fundamentals of your deal, the way you want to put together, is possibly acceptable to them. The worst they can do is say no. Most people never get past the first beginning fundamentals of it. To even pick up the phone and call, because they're scared to death of the numbers. So don't be scared of the numbers. Just remember, real estate is fundamental. My wife and I have bought several courses and only had limited success. Do you have anything that can help cut through the clutter? No. I don't have anything to sell. I don't have any courses. I don't have any crap. I don't have any stuff. I don't have a box of stuff. I don't have CDs. So there's, I mean, maybe sometime in the future we might do something, or we'll put it together like a beginning thing, or you know, I don't know. Right? We don't have anything. Now, I wasn't going to say any names, but this guy's name must be Dick. This sounds like more guru bullshit. What makes you any different from the rest of the gurus out there hawking their courses? Well, I don't know where this one came from, but I'm definitely going to answer it. I already answered it. I'm not making it. I have no commercial intent. There's nothing to sell here. What I'm giving you is straight fact based on my experience and my opinion, period. You send a question in, you make a comment, or you put a question into the comment section, then I'm going to answer you based on my opinion and my experience, period, end of story. Okay, here's something that's more specific. I remember this one. And I've had several people ask me this. I'd like to buy on the courthouse steps. Do you have any advice? Well, the courthouse steps is its own animal. And yes, I do have advice. Now, this gentleman didn't state or didn't send in what state that he was in or that he was looking to purchase in, and that makes a big difference because a lot of times buying on the courthouse steps is state specific. For instance, if you're buying in Texas, Texas holds their sale once a month. It's the first Tuesday of every month. Come hell or high water, rain or shine, it's the first Tuesday of every month. And for instance, in Kansas City, Missouri, the sales are every day, and they are scheduled anywhere from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've seen one as late as 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Most of them happen between 10 and 2 o'clock, and according to statute in Missouri, of course, 2 o'clock is the time, but they give them a lot of latitude there. So the biggest advice I can give you about purchasing the courthouse steps is, number one, research, research, research. You better know exactly what's going on with that property you're targeting. And that means what its value is, what its current value is. Sometimes you can get into them, most times you cannot. So you're going to have to speculate exactly what type of repairs that you may have to do, which is, that comes with experience. That can be a stumbling block for many people because you can't get into the house. And then you better have cash. You have to have your cash. For instance, when I was purchasing in Texas, you had to have your cash right then. If you were the winning bidder, then you went right after the bid was over, you went directly to the trustee's admin assistant and you handed her your cashier's check or checks. In Kansas City, a little bit different story. If you were on the approved list, you didn't have to have any money for a deposit. You could go up as long as they knew you or the trustee knows you. Then you can do your bid and then you can wire the money in next day. Oklahoma is a little bit different. Arizona, in Arizona, it's kind of the same as Texas, only they're a little more strict. You must have a $10,000 cashier's check in the trustee's hands in order to be on the bidder list. And they go through and they check the bidder list. And if you try to bid or you attempt to make a bid and you're not on the list and you haven't shown them your funds, then you're stricken from the bid list, period. You don't get to bid. And so there are a lot of different dynamics to buying at the courthouse steps. And I'll probably go into detail on that, in specific segments at a later time. Now that's all we have time for today. I know YouTube limits these to 10 minutes, so I know we're getting close. And then now check back every Wednesday. I'm going to post these every Wednesday. And then you can visit the site at www.thesimplereinvestor.com. Twitter is at REI Samurai. Simple Investor was taken, and I've had a lot of people that call up and they go Sensei, and I'm like, well, I don't know where that came from. I do have a martial arts background. I don't know where that came from, though. Now, the site's brand new, so you'll have to excuse me while I put some of the guts together. But go ahead. If you have a question, please feel free. We will give priority to questions that are left in the comment section and any comments that you make, of course. But we're going to take questions from the comment section and then email. You can subscribe to email on the site also, and then you can email your questions in. And then what we'll do is I'll choose from the questions that will seem to help the most people. And then if we don't have a lot of questions, we may go into some specifics as far as different segments of real estate investment, from short sale to foreclosures to commercial real estate deals to land deals, contract structure, things like that, experiences that we've had with it. We're going to cover a lot of it. So definitely check back, and we hope to see you again next Wednesday. Thanks. I appreciate it.